John Wick Chapter 4 is the fourth installment in the John Wick franchise, and it stars Keanu Reeves back as John Wick. Also Donnie Yen as Kane, who is a blind high table assassin and an old friend of John Wick. Bill Skarsgård as Marquis de Gramont, a powerful member of the high table whose position is challenged by Mr. Wick. Also, we have Lawrence Fishburne, Hiroyuki Sanada as Koji, the manager of the Osaka Continental in Japan, and also another old friend of John Wick, and Shamir Anderson as Tracker, or Mr. Nobody, who is kind of a bounty hunter pursuing John Wick for the money. Lance Reddick in one of his last roles as Charon, the concierge of the Continental Hotel in New York. Rina Sawayama as Akira, Koji's daughter and the concierge in Osaka. Scott Adkins as Pieter Orkilla, the kind of head of the German table. And Ian McShane as Winston. Now, this is a fantastic, fun, in-your-face movie. Now, after the events of the third movie, John Wick is hiding out with the Bowery King, Lawrence Fishburne's character. He then goes to Morocco to settle some scores with an individual who is kind of higher than the high table, or as the elder, they call him. Because of the New York Continental manager, Winston, and how his concierge have helped John Wick, the Marquis de Gramont, a senior member of the high table, kind of chastises Winston in a way, and for his failure to assassinate John, and kind of does something to the Continental, which kind of starts the story or what's going on. Now, every single sequence of action in this movie is absolutely mind-blowing than what you've ever seen in a in-your-face neo-noir action thriller. The director, Chad Stahelski, really upped the game. You really have close to 30 to 35 minutes of action sequences. The movie is 169 minutes long. 11 minutes shy of just being 3 hours. It's absolutely mind-blowing. Every single character in this movie is absolutely great. Hiroyuki Sanada as Koji has a small role, but how he is friends with John is great. We understand what's happening and the history they have really quickly. Koji's daughter, Akira, really stands out on her own. The fight sequence at the Osaka Continental is absolutely one of the best because of the lighting, the cinematography, the choreography with the action. Seeing the Japanese set pieces is just mind-blowing. Then you have Donnie Yen as Kane, a blind high table assassin. Listen, if you make a Zatoichi movie, if you know the story of Zatoichi, get Donnie Yen to play this character in a reboot or a remake, because Donnie Yen is phenomenal. You've seen all 4 Ip Man movies. You know what he's capable of. But for Donnie Yen to be in a movie like this, of this magnitude, playing a prominent role in the story is absolutely fantastic. Ian McShane stands on his own as Winston. He's kind of the father figure to John Wick. And you have other characters. I'm really surprised at how Shamir Anderson as the Tracker, or Mr. Nobody, really stands out on his own. I really thought this character was related to another character, just the way the dress is and everything. But put that aside, the character was phenomenal. Then you have the action sequence at the German club with Scott Adkins. Scott Adkins is in a bodysuit and just kicking ass and taking names. That sequence was great. The Arc de Triomphe in Paris scene was great. And everything just fits the mold, and it's just really well done. Bill Skarsgård as the Marquis de Gramont is good, but not a threatening villain as you would think. He has the characteristics of what that Frenchman is. Basically how the French go into a war, but then he has other people fight his wars for him and then backs out and someone else has to finish it. We know how the French are. French have been doing that for thousands of years. This character does that, but this character is ruthless in a way. And Bill Skarsgård as the Marquis is really interesting. You didn't really know who this character was playing when you watched the trailer, but now you know. You didn't really know who Donnie Yen's character was until you saw the trailer, or the movie for that matter. Now, the way everything is set up to go is absolutely insane. When you think John Wick is just getting ready to do something Another obstacle is thrown at him. The sequence at the Arc de Triomphe and the car chase scene, along with the gunfight, the gun fu, and the hand-to-hand combat, the swordsman combat, the knife combats. There's every single thing that is in here is absolutely mind-blowing. And just the choreography of how everything's done. The CGI is so clean, so crisp. The trajectory of how the hue of the yellow and orange is really, really in there. Like, there are some instances where I believe part 3 was like a purple bluish hue the movie had to it, while part 2 was like a red, part 1 was like a low light kind of filmmaking, and this one was just the action and aspect of how the sand and the desert and the metaphors, if you pay attention to it, are just right in your face, and it's absolutely great. There is a nice little Easter egg of Donnie Yen's character of Kane using a pencil to subdue one of the characters. Of course, you know that's a throwback to John Wick from the first film, about him using a pencil to assassinate or kill someone, and just seeing aspects of what's happening. Lawrence Fishburne doesn't really have that much of a role in this as the Bowery King, but it's really, really good, and it's just right there. Other than that, it's really, really fun. Like, all the instances of seeing Donnie Yen go up against Hiroyuki Sanada, great. I was fanboying because I'm a fan of these two actors. Keanu Reeves as John Wick is John Wick. The shit his character went through in all of these 4 films is absolutely mind-blowing. All because it started off from the first film where they killed his dog and they torched his car. Like, if it didn't happen, none of this would continue. Seeing the different aspects of the Continental over the course of the franchise, being it Italy, France, Germany, now Japan, and Halle Berry in the third film, everything matters. And then the dog in this that Mr. Nobody has is also great. Seeing the dog come back into the fold is nice. Only the one dog. I mean, I think part 3 had like numerous amounts of dogs. But for me, this is a phenomenal sequel, and it's very rare that a 4th movie in a franchise is really, really fun. I have to say, this one is absolutely on my top tier. If I had to rank the 4 films so far in the John Wick franchise, it would be 4, 1, 2, and 3. Now, this film was originally set to open May 21st, 2021, around Memorial Day 2021, but got pushed back because of the pandemic, and we had to wait 2 full years almost. But it finally came out March 24th, 2023, and I mean, for a budget of $100 million, and it's a 3-hour movie, close to a 3-hour movie. It does not feel like a 3-hour movie at all. When you're watching it, you're so engaged with the action, the choreography, the lighting, the cinematography. It's great. The acting, it's there. It's fun. It's bad guy, good guy, bad guy. What more could you want? Not only that, Clancy Brown is the Harbinger, a high-ranking operative of the High Table. His character was really, really good. I mean, he's just this monstrous present person, but he controls everything and makes sure everything goes according to plan for and because of the High Table. Of course, the 12 members of the High Table, I mean, we don't know what's going to happen with that. And could this lead to more films? We have a spin-off coming out called Ballerina with Ana de Armas, and then Keanu Reeves' character of John Wick, and Keanu Reeves will be in that one, making an appearance. We have the Continental TV series coming out on Showtime, I believe, or Stars, or one of those streaming networks, or networks where Mel Gibson is the manager of one of the hotels. So it's starting its own little universe of John Wick, and I'm very curious to see how it all plays out. This was a fun film from start to finish, absolutely great, and it's only March 2023, but this is my number 1 movie of 2023 so far, and that is a really, really big statement, because you will absolutely love it, and you yourself will think this is the best movie in the franchise. For me, John Wick Chapter 4 gets 5 out of 5 stars. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought about John Wick Chapter 4. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you think of it? Did you like this entry in the franchise better than the other 3? What was your favorite part in the movie? Who was your favorite character? Who was your least favorite character? Did you like how certain things happened? Did you like how the movie ended? And do you see other things happening in this universe with John Wick? And were you surprised at certain things that happened that you didn't expect or anticipate to happen? What was your favorite fight scene and what was your least favorite fight scene? Oh, and I do want to say that there is a post-credit scene in this movie, so be sure you stay through the entire full credits and you'll see what that post-credit scene is. So let me know in the comment section below about all the questions I just asked, and be sure you click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell for new review videos on my channel. Also, let me know what rating you would give John Wick Chapter 4. I'll see you all in the next review video, and thank you for tuning in.